Hi, everyone. Welcome to Grow Big TV. We're
Hey,
back.
we are back. It's actually nice to be back
It's
after
good
a
to
week
talk.
off.
Yeah, it kind of felt weird. I've been working overdrive on so many things. I don't know where I'm at. I'm just totally lost in the world. I got so much stuff going on. So who do we have in the chat? We have Mike's Chaotic Gardening, Wanda Moses, Jane Doe, Rebel Canners, Jay Dixon. Thank you guys for coming in. Also, I want to say thank you for our members, which is Built on a Rock Homestead, Jersey Twister, Camp Patton Family Compound, Serena Nurel, Ginger Ninja, Simply Jan Homestead, Riverdale Gardens, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, Wanda Moses, Mrs. Cosmic Cultivators. It's the Marshmallow Man. I love that freaking name. And Denise Pasquale. Pasquale. I can't say it. I try. So welcome in, guys.
Hey, Ginger Ninja. Hey, guys. Thanks for coming in, hanging out with us tonight. Thank you to all the members. Really appreciate it. You guys, we have memberships as little as $2.99 a month. So join and become a Grow Big TV member.
Yeah, it really helps us out tremendously. We get paid every other month, basically. So we're trying to make that at least once a month. So we're working on it. And thank you guys for being here. And we really appreciate your support. So when people are starting to roll in, and let's play Common Ground. So let's all right, you know what? Let's play Planet Soil. I actually love that video. So Planet Soil. Planet Soil. So there's so many good videos starting to come out, and it's almost to the mainstream, but it's like just not there yet, but so close. Which reminds me, you got the presidential debate on Thursday, and I know, and RFK denied him to get on in the debate.
Really?
Biden was no, we can't have him. And I was like,
Why?
I don't know. He sort of got approved, but not totally approved. He's just afraid of Kennedy because he's a fellow Democrat. They've known each other for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years.
There's something, though, that Biden doesn't want with him because he's kept the bodyguards and stuff away from him, too.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
From protecting him. Like, what is that about? Like, I don't understand. Does he not... I don't know what's going through his head. Like, does he not respect the man? does he like think that he is a real like he's gonna win?
It's
Like,
amazing.
I don't know.
I think it has to do with money, because if Kennedy puts all his money into, we're trying to win, instead he has to put all that money for security. A lot of money has to go to security. It's not just one person. It's all travel and it's all this and that. I mean, it's a lot of money getting put
There's
in.
been a couple of assassination attempts against him, unfortunately. Yeah. Like, he talks about it a lot on Instagram. So, I don't know.
If you guys have a chance, just listen to RFK. I know his voice and stuff like that. He wasn't born with that. It was something happened, but just give a listen on his main talking points. That's all. Just his main, and just listen. If you disagree, you disagree. You agree, you agree. Just listen, because it's fascinating. Because when Trump first came on board, and I'm like, oh, Trump's never going to win.
I kind of thought that too. Yeah,
I thought it was a total joke. And then he said, "This is my 100 This is 100 things I want to do in office." And I listened. And I'm like, man, that's a lot of good stuff there. I might vote for Trump, and just listen to RFK and see because he's still going to be on the ballot to run for president. He definitely should be in that debate stage.
A lot of people, I don't know if it's because they don't want to hear it, but they forget that Trump passed a lot of things on just his first day of being president. I mean, he got the ball rolling in a lot of things. And
it's very interesting. I just find it, it's always good to listen. Everybody doesn't want to listen anymore. That's, I'm right, you're wrong, and that's it, and go crazy. We got a couple other people that came in. Shaney's here. Welcome in, Shaney. Dirty Woods. I got to get my glasses back on. Welcome in, guys. Travel and Gardening with DJ. That's a new channel right here. Welcome in. It's good to see you.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you. So there's 17 people here already. That's awesome. We're going to have a lot more coming on during the show. So
so this is a political channel, so we don't sit here and talk about politics. However, politics do affect the soil.
We're just going with the flow, guys, because it's part of a conversation that people should discuss. And it is a political thing. Listen to RFK. He goes, we should be able to do all the energy that we're doing with all the coal and everything else, because everything will take care of itself if you take care of the water and take care of the soil. And I listened to that. I'm like, well, nobody ever said that before. I was kind of fascinated by that. And that's exactly what I agree with.
I don't believe everything I hear either, guys. I'm not a sheep person. So I always research to make sure, or I watch Hillary Clinton documentaries. Like I watch everything. It's just so I'm well-rounded and well-educated on the topics that I am so passionate about. So, yeah.
So how many people did she, what is the count now?
I'm just joking. What, 20,000 emails that she erased?
50,000.
Hey, Shawnee Jab, thanks for coming in.
But that's politics. All politics are like that, totally, for everybody. You just got to find out what's for you. I have voted Democrat. I have voted Republican. So I have voted both. I'm right in the middle. The only thing I know, for me personally, 100% I can't vote for Biden. And the only reason why is the guy's been, first of all, I have no idea why I don't say it. The first time he ran for president, he got caught. He was cheating in college, and he got caught for plagiarizing.
Who are you talking about?
Biden.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but nobody ever talks about that anymore. So he had to throw himself out of the race. And nobody knows that. I asked several people on rides, because I talk, it comes on Uber rides. And guys, we're going to get to gardening in a second, by the way.
You should hear like some of his speeches back then too. It's just like it's jaw dropping. Like I can't believe you just said that, dude. Like
it's the most racist stuff I've ever seen.
I'm like, really, dude? You just said that? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It's on video. But watch this is where you get caught up on today's world. You have 30 not even 30 seconds, 10-second cut-ups. And they take something out of a video and make it, this is what he said. But if they listen to the whole thing, it'll be totally different.
Speaking of the president and all that, we know that he is not seriously overall concerned about climate change, and he's not serious about the soil, because if he was, he would be taking action in it right now instead of wasting our time. So
and that brings us to that point. I mean, if you're talking about water, who changed the water? Who changed who went and made policies about cleaner water? It wasn't Biden.
I just saw a post the other day. They talked about how a specific country is basically releasing all their emissions into the atmosphere, while we are on strict guidelines about how we release our stuff, but they can do whatever they want. Are we not all on the same planet? I mean, there's not like a net or a fence that divides us as far as our atmosphere is concerned. Like, we all have the same thing. So their water can come over here and poison us. Their air can come here and poison us.
Exactly. So, yeah, whatever goes over there is coming this way. So it's scary. Serena does have a question. Serena, we'll get to your question in a second. Like they say with cars, right? All electric, no more, gasoline, whatever. Why can't you just have both and make the electric car cheaper? Mm-hmm. Because there's no way an 18-year-old could go to school in their own car or college in any kind of car. How can you? There's no such thing as an electric car for under $20,000. They can't buy
a $60,000 car, and then go to school. Like there's no way. I mean, who's going to do that? Who could do that? You'd have to live out of your car. Like that's not.
They're going to ride scooters to school for a couple. Trim out the battery pack. Scooter.
Well, there are a lot of college kids who sell their cars once they're in college. Because they live on campus, but not everybody can afford to live on campus. Not everybody can afford to do that. That costs thousands of dollars. I'm very actually proud of my stepdaughter, who's graduating with her bachelor's in December. She only has like $20,000 in college debt.
That's
which
amazing.
I'm like super proud of her for doing that. Like she's paid for everything either herself, or she's gotten grants or scholarship or something like that but she's had to put in the work to do it. You can't just like, I want a scholarship and then not apply for it or write that essay for it or whatever, Mm-hmm. But I'm very proud of her. But she's going back for her master's, so her work is never done. Hey, Bushcraft family, thanks for coming in. Appreciate
What's up? What's up? I love that. It reminds me of those Bud Light commercials or whatever. I love it. Who else? Somebody else just came on in too. Oh, yeah. Built on a Rock Homestead.
And we definitely couldn't afford to pay for her college. I mean, that was nuts. I mean, we could barely pay for her books. Like, we can't pay for all that.
See what I got this morning?
Pierogies.
Pierogi potato chips.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I needed some heat. Pierogi Monday used to have, Okay, so Serena asked the question. Have you ever had a through-style transplanted tomato plant just grow two stems straight up to the main stem and lay it on the ground. If so, how do you handle it? You just let it go up. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You just lay it on the ground, but you got to be careful because there's a point where it starts to break. You can't just keep on going up. It's not gonna be as healthy. So you got to make sure. You can tell by the outsides of the plant there, the tomato plant, where the hairs come out. But I have grown that way, Serena, and some people, oh, it's grows so much better. I haven't had great success with that, and I tried a lot of years because I have a lot of extra tomato plants, and it's something. Hey, you don't throw away tomato plant. Just let it, try it, and it gets a couple tomatoes. It's better than no tomatoes.
I honestly, I do it like Roots and Refuge does it. I put it in the ground and then I trim it about halfway up, and then I let it grow from there. So it has the airflow underneath, so it doesn't get any diseases or anything like that. And I've been growing it that way for the past 5 years now. And it's worked out wonderful. We haven't had any issues. We do this with our heirlooms. We do it with our hybrids. And it's a really, really awesome method. Now, we also use the cattle kennel fences. We don't use tomato cages or anything like that. We've been growing like that, and we've had wonderful outcomes, every year. So that's something to think about. You got to kind of think logically too when it comes to plants and their airflow. Like I trim my cucumber plants, so that they can get air and sunlight to certain areas, and it's not all dark in there and gonna catch mildew or something.
Welcome in, Marietta. It's Yard and Crafts. Good to see you. Hola, hola. And you'd be so proud of Joey with his report card talking about Ola, but that was his lowest grade. His grades, my son's all year, the entire year grade, not just the fourth quarter, the entire year, was 99, 100, 100, 100, 98, 100, 99, 100, and 95 in Spanish. Now, so his lowest grade was a 95, which is amazing.
Yeah. And well, you guys, Bushcraft said, the cattle panel fences right now are super expensive. When I first started out and I did them, they weren't that expensive. They were around, I think, $23 a panel. I think right now they're at like between $30 and $35 a panel. Maybe even more than that. But you have to understand too, when you use the cattle panel fences, if you buy enough of them, they're going to last you for a really, really long time. So, it's an investment for your garden, but just remember that, you have to put in a little money in your garden to make it thrive. So,
I just want to say thank you for the LinkedIn channels that are watching. You're always welcome to ask questions, and be free to come to YouTube, and we can see your questions on our side, by the way. So feel free, and we'll just answer it it goes right to YouTube. So,
yeah. Welcome. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Welcome in, Kathleen Moran. Welcome in. Welcome in.
I know Bushcraft said the damaged ones are cheaper, but just look out for the people that don't want to sell you the damaged ones. So many people right now, like especially Menards, they're the worst at it. If you say, "Hey, this is damaged, can I get a discount?" and they'll be like, "No, we don't offer discounts." So, and that doesn't help anybody. So just look out for that. Hello, Billy Van Kuren from LinkedIn.
Welcome in, Billy. So good to see you.
Thank
see you guys in two different places. Thank you for doing that for us. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You came all dressed up, too. Look at that suit and tie. Do you garden in that, Billy?
That's the executive gardener right there, if I ever seen it. It's awesome, Billy. Look at me. I'm a mess.
But congratulations for Joey for getting those good grades and working hard. That's really good news for you and your family, and I'm so proud of you, proud of him, and happy for you guys. So
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey to get where he is today. Because he gets help in school, not a lot less this year, but he's always had a helper because he was classified. So he went from being a kid that needed lots and lots of help to these grades where he is today. And it's just it's crazy amazing story, his whole life's journey.
it's inspirational, and it's inspirational for us because Fred needs a lot of help. So that's really cool to hear stories like that.
So how is my job search going? It's going, and I better do something really quick. Right now, I might just do the bus driver thing until I find something that I really want to do. Because it's guaranteed money. But I got to pass that test, and I got to find a time to study. My test is on Monday. There's 4 parts. But when you have your ooh, a new reaction. Cool. Never mind. It's funny when you get all this stuff on your phone for people you never seen before and you get a reaction. It's like, it's cool. You got to pay your mortgage, and you got to have guaranteed money. So Uber is a part-time thing. So a lot of people think I just Uber. Well, I Uber to promote Courtney, my family farm. Guys, you would laugh at some of those when I have people come on in. I got to do a new one soon.
He has done some promotional things for me through Uber that cracks me up. Like, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, wedding proposals, to
the person who got married. I did a married couple. They're waiting to go to the door.
They literally just got married. There was a couple from Ireland. Was that the couple that just got married? The couple from Ireland, or
no? That was somebody.
A couple from Ireland. You wouldn't believe the drunken guys that night. You sent me on. They're like, oh yeah, the Poo Troop, and that they have no idea what or who the Poo Troop came from, whatever. But they're just like a bunch of drunk guys, and they're just happy to be on camera, and it's freaking hilarious. It's really funny.
And some of the people are like executives from New York City.
That's hilarious.
And it's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, you're an executive? Can you just say hi to the Poop Troop real quick? Oh, that cracks me up.
Welcome in, Cosmic Cultivators. Welcome in, Howdy Garden.
Good to see you. By the way, I saw your fish, Chris. They're fishing in the ocean, and he caught a big one.
Huge. So we have 16 people on YouTube right now. We have 9 people on Twitter, and we have some on LinkedIn. So welcome in, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to just put them up. We'll try to help you out. And look, there's the poop emojis. It's all about having a good time. Oh, also,
what does the heart poop mean? It means
I love poop. Yeah. I love to have fun. That's what it means.
Yeah.
I love to have
hilarious. Fun. Hello, Viper. Thanks for coming in.
Welcome in, Viper. Hey, so did anybody soil their undies?
No.
And people here are probably like, what are you talking about?
You know what would be really funny, though? If you, I don't want to be too, but if you put a thong in there and you pulled it out, there wouldn't be like a thong left. Ooh, it looks like the microbes ate this one. Like 3 days later. Poop Troop in the house. Yes, all my poopers are here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
Here we
I
go.
don't know what I was thinking when I came up with that, guys. I don't know, but it sure took off, and I really appreciate everyone who had supported the channel. I'm still doing the channel. I'm not getting rid of it. It's just a random mess right now, but thank you guys for supporting that.
I can't use that link and show it. I wonder how I could do it.
Best Uber ride ever. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the proposal.
Try to see what's left of a thong. Yeah, but that'd be kind of funny, though, Billy. It really would be.
Now do it, guys.
So all you ladies out there, soil your thongs. And we're not talking about flip-flops, okay?
And try to see it. Exactly. You find out see what you have in your garden, guys. That's what it's about. You want to see what kind of microorganisms and everything else, the worms and action and the soil food web. I mean, if everything's working, that thing should be totally ripped apart and gone.
Yeah.
If that thing comes out plain, that means you use too much fertilizer. Because when you have too much fertilizer in a garden, there goes all the worms and micros.
Mm-hmm. And you really have to watch too. Like, if you have too much, you can really burn your plants up. But if you also, one thing that even living traditions have this issue, when you get new soil and you get a lot of new stuff in that soil, your plants are going to grow slower. And we've had an issue with that as well, because it's not instant matter. It's stuff that has to break down over time. And if you get new soil, that stuff is not broken down as much as you would like it to be. So think about that when you get new soil as well. Living Traditions had that issue too with some of their stuff. And I mean, they're really great. They're really great gardeners. And so just be aware of that when you get new soil in your beds or put new stuff in there.
Guys, I'm going to play that best Uber ride because I still can't. You got to know the whole particulars of the whole thing. I mean, it's really crazy that it happened. I'm setting it up right now. Just first, those people that never seen this before.
Yeah, but hopefully you enjoy this little clip here. The Poo Troop happened about now going on like 6 years ago. It's going along, well, 5 years ago. And, it built up from there, and we just have a really good time over there. So, yeah, this video kind of reflects that moment.
So this young kid comes to my car, and we're talking, good conversation. Where are you going? He's going to Asbury Park. He's meeting his girlfriend's family. And he goes, I really want to get engaged tonight. I really want to get engaged. Both families are meeting. We're having a big family dinner. I even had, well, do you have a ring? He goes, yeah, I got the ring right on me. I'm like, oh no, my mind is going right to the Poo Troop. I go, this could be a lot of fun. And so I'm like, I go, well, you know how you want to get engaged? He goes, I have no idea. I go, well, you're meeting. You only got like 10 minutes to figure this out. I said, you know what? There's a gazebo on our way there, but we got to pick her up. So I'm telling her I'm doing a quick skit for YouTube. I have a YouTube show up, man. I'm doing a quick skit. So guys, just go to gazebo. That's what I told her. And she goes, oh, okay. And I told him, hey, make sure you look in her eye. Tell her how beautiful it is. I told her a whole bunch of other stuff. You mean the world to me. Let's just keep on going on. It was very romantic. And he made it short. So that's a little bit about how I didn't know this person. I'm still laughing at the person I got married. So that's in my mind too. Okay, so here's the video. And at the end of the video, I told him, make sure you point into the screen at me and go, Wide Family Farm. And I'm like, he goes, what is it? Wide Family Farm. And I'm like, there's no way he's going to remember. He's getting engaged. This is way too emotional. There's no possible way he's going to remember this. So here it is, guys.
This was, by the way, a part of my intro for the longest time, you guys.
Hi, everyone. I'm in Bradley Beach, New Jersey. So I'm driving Uber right now. And I had a couple. They wanted to go to the gazebo. This is a beautiful, beautiful gazebo. But they had some news that everybody wanted to share. Well, that they wanted to share. And this is the beautiful couple. My family farms.
Every time I laugh, this is freaking hilarious.
Is that the best ever? Welcome in Garden State Zone. So I can play it at all the time. Sorry about the wing, guys, but
it makes me laugh every time, guys. Every time. Like, he had no oh, it just cracks me up.
Welcome in, Matt. That's Operation Capsaicin. That was
when I first saw that, I had no idea what was really going on. You just sent it or something. And I watched it and I was like, okay, this is cute. This is a cute like Uber ride thing that you did. And then the wide family farm thing at the end just threw me off. And I was like, did he just say wide family farm? Like, that's hilarious. Cracked me up.
The things I think of when I Uber.
Yeah, so funny.
And so I just a lot of new people came in. I want to say thank you for our members, both on a Rock Homestead, Jersey Twister, Kim Patton Family Compound, Serena Norell, Jinja Ninja, Simply Jan Homestead, Riverdale Gardens, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, Wanda Moses, Mrs. Cosmic Cultivators, Cosmic Cultivators, It's the Marshmallow Man, and Denise Paswell. And if I say that wrong, just let me know. I just need to know sometime or another. I'm probably going to say it a whole year, and nobody will ever correct me. So thank you guys for becoming members. It's only $2.99 to become a member, and we really appreciate it. Play it again, Joe. Missed it. Laughing out loud. I'll play it on another day, but that was quite the engagement.
It was great.
And just let you guys know, when I Uber too, I give away seeds sometimes. I give away zucchinis when they're out to this big, and cucumbers like that. It's the funniest thing when you see somebody and they're in a car and, hey, do you want a cucumber or a zucchini? And you can see like, oh man, this guy's a freaking pervert. No, look at my back seat. And they're like, oh, that's a cucumber. Guess they've never seen one so large before, or a zucchini, which is a club. I'm just looking at Jay. Okay.
Thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it.
So, Tony ONeal, he's a lot of stuff going on. So I just want to show you guys a couple things that's been going on with him. Let me see. So he has something called the Green Thumb Digest, which is pretty cool. And so he writes, you can buy his books and stuff, the press and shop. A lot of stuff with the newsletter. Gardening on a budget, cost-saving tips, key takeaways, save money on gardening, blah, blah, blah. So go check that out. Also, go to buy my books. He has a whole bunch of new books now. So Veggies and Fruit Pals. There's his new book, which is #1 in the U.S., #1 in the U.K. His composting masterclass is a masterpiece, that's for sure. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Look at this. This is awesome. This man's been busy. He's supposed to be like, there must be no fires in the UK. He must be away from home a lot from the wife and just like writing books. Well, congratulations,
I know.
Tony.
I've been trying to write a children's book for the past 2 years.
I write a children's book every day. Don't get me. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. The guy's been awesome. Tony's such a great guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he just comes in this live and starts chatting away. Um, so blessed. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, guys, I'm still planting outside, believe it or not. So my pepper plants are starting to get a little high because they've been waiting to be planted, but they're gradually getting in there. I think I'm down to about 600 more pepper plants I got to plant. But when I'm planting in my pepper hole, pepper, that's what I call pepper. My pepper hole is a little different because I want to add those. I want to make sure I'm getting those micros because I'm using a lot of compost tea in my garden. So I want to make sure everything gets fed to biochar. Yes, that biochar. When you have the biochar, guys, it's the building block. Everything just gets put in it.
Yeah.
And so everything you add with micros, you really don't need much of anything for your NPK. Um, if you use IV Organics 333 organic fertilizer, that's all you need for the whole year. Boom.
Yeah.
Then just keep on adding your compost tea. But in my plant and haul, I got um, let me see, I got the biochar. I have mushroom compost. I have cow compost. I have earthworm castings. So everything's there where it's nice and moist, where I don't have to water as much.
Yeah.
And the biochar too. So I'm going to do a video on that soon. The only bad thing is I got so many weeds coming through so fast. It's like, man, time to get that hoe out.
Yeah. Well, we were away for a while, and we came back. We had a ton of weeds. But yeah, we haven't really been using a lot of fertilizers, but one thing that we had been using a lot of is rabbit poop. We've been putting a lot of that on our beds.
So just let you guys know, when you use a rabbit poop, it goes directly to the plant. Everything else takes time, not rabbit poop. Rabbit poop's like, bam, working.
Yeah. You have to be really careful though, because like some plants, like root vegetables, they don't like a whole lot of nitrogen, or they do like the nitrogen. You're just going to get a lot of tops and not a lot of roots. So your carrots may look light and fluffy, and you may have these wonderful big old green tops, and then you pick them and your carrot's only this big. So.
Oh, I also add mycorrhizal to my plant also. And I want to add beneficial nematodes too. That's the one thing, because I'm going to they come in a cooler, like in a refrigerator, and you got to make sure when they come to you that they're not. If you get them shipped, they have to get to you right away, because if they get hot, it's not there anymore. So they ship it like in a cooler or ice bag next to an ice bag.
One thing, Matt, I love using fish emulsion too. I think it's a great thing. But if you have a lot of critters near your house, or if you live in an area that has like issues with raccoons or anything like that, you might get attacked. Your vegetable garden might get attacked or whatever. We used a fish emulsion and egg in the hole for the first couple years. I think it was like first 3 years. In the 4th year, we did it again, and I had a raccoon come in and pull up every single one of my tomato plants and eat my rose bush. So, all because I watered it with fish emulsion fertilizer. So that's something to think about, and be careful with the really, really stinky stuff that's going to bring in all different kind of critters. Oh, what's that?
That's praying mantis egg and sea of praying mantis.
Okay. Oh yeah, look at that.
Huh. Time to put it outside. This one hasn't hatched yet.
They're so cool. I like when they all come out. They look like alien creatures.
Hey, it's the Marshmallow Man. There he is.
What's up, Marshmallow Man?
So I have a cavity in my tooth that I get done too. So I have a cavity, and I go to a gum doctor too. And so now I'm like, should I go? My gum doctor is on Thursday, but I have the cavity. So now I'm like, what am I going to do about this one?
Yeah.
So I got to call for an emergency appointment for my tooth tomorrow to do that, and hopefully they could take me. Because otherwise, they do the gums get really good in there. It'd be very painful if they go by the cavity.
Yeah. Just be
Like,
careful with that.
yeah, it's going to be very painful. Like you say, things get added to your everything on life, right? You know what? That interview we had our last live. I remember when Joe let his prey mantis loose in the house. I did that. I did that with ladybugs. I always do that with ladybugs. Ladybugs are great in the house. They don't go anywhere. They just stay right here. Then I have no idea whatever happens to them. It's like they all die somewhere. They find somewhere to get out. I hope. But they're great inside the house. But our last live, I thought was really awesome. Where we had it was like six. We had 6 people here, including us. So that was pretty wild. We barely talked. That was the crazy part.
Yeah, there was so much I wanted to go over that I felt like we didn't get a chance to go over. So we may have to do it again or bring it up at another time or something like that, because I just feel like we didn't touch on the issues that we should have. So
we had Andy, the invisible gardener, on. I thought he was, man, that guy could talk. I'm like, wow. He had so much energy in him. I tell you what, it blew me away. He was a great guest. We had Heavenly Hills Homestead, which is Ryan, Ken Somerville, it's all about the biology, and Adriana, Indiana Backyard Gardener. Yeah, that was crazy how it just like, I think it moved really well. And we're definitely going to do it again because, like Korky said, we've got a lot of stuff to go over. When I take notes down, guys, it's like this thick of notes. Get ready for our live. Hey, welcome, our Charge at Home. It was like, man, I didn't even go over a page.
Yeah.
And so Korky went to a festival this week.
Yeah. And, I don't know. I mean, you want me to talk about it a little bit, or?
Yeah, well, Korky's going to talk more about it on Thursday, but we got something special going on. I just want to let you guys know without saying too much until it's official. But Korky set you guys up good.
I hope so. Yeah, I did a lot of work when I was there as far as our channel is concerned and getting interviews for our channel. And then it was just a really nice event. And I actually have some videos. So if you haven't seen them, they're on Grow Big TV here about the event. Superb puts it on, and they have it's basically a canning lid company. And they're about an hour and a half away from my home. And it was just a lot of fun. Rebel Canners, me, and Roberta's Artistic Adventures. And then Bushcraft came and met us up there. So we got to meet Bushcraft, which was a lot of fun. My first time meeting him. And so we just had a really good couple of days. Got to hang out. My favorite part was a camel. I don't know if I shared those pictures with you guys, but they had camels there. And I was like I don't know. If you've been to any of my previous lives, you know that camels are my spirit animal. And they always have been my spirit animal. And so when I saw that they were there, I was so excited. So a funny story. My husband had already seen them. I didn't know they were there. And he comes up to me. He's like, hey, I want to let you know you need to go to the petting zoo. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you need to go over there. I'm like, I thought it was just like maybe the same animals as last year, you know? So I was like, okay, I'll go over there. I go over there and there's camels, right? So I'm so excited. And the guy's talking to me. He must have knew who I was right off the bat because I was so excited. And he's like, so are camels your spirit animal? I'm like, who told you that? And then I look at my husband. My husband's like with my son somewhere. I look at him from a distance and I said, Dustin, I said, did you tell him that camels are my spirit animal? You know, and I love them. They're so cool. And they're so much fun. Yeah, I love camels. And I got my picture taken with them and got to pet them. And they were so sweet. One was older and one was only 3 years old. So it was kind of smaller. And it was just such a sweetie. And yeah, Bushcraft was there when I visited him the second time, I think. And yeah, he saw me go nuts over camels. They're just the coolest. They are the coolest animal. I am not scared of them one bit. They're just laid back and cool. I think all animals can kind of feel your vibe, though. So if you're nervous around an animal, they feel that, you know? But not for me. I was just like, camels! I was like, yes! So excited. And so the baby came up right in my face, you know, and the guy was like telling me, he's like, they're so used to being in people's faces because we bottle feed them. So that's just something that they do when they, you know, they're just kind of don't know your personal space. They're just right there. So I was like, oh my gosh, you're so adorable. Oh my God. I was so excited. And yeah, oh yeah. Bushcraft did not get spit on. And there was llamas there too, but alpacas. But I didn't spend any time with the alpacas. And Bushcraft's like, I need to get out of here. I have a feeling that they're going to spit on me. And I'm like, really? They're not going to spit on you.
I found it. That's
yeah.
So before we look at Serena's question. Jay Dixon put a link out. Finding ladybugs in your house. What you need to know. I just thought that was really funny.
That is funny.
So that's I can't wait to go to that because I definitely want to go to the Canning Summit. But Korky got one of the top 2 names if you looked up to find the highest rated gardener, farmer, you know, anything in the world. That's all I'm going to say. You guys probably could figure it out. But that was all Korky. It had nothing to do with me. And so we're looking forward to having that person on. And we got somebody talking about soil coming on in the near future. We're just working out a date. So good times, right, Viper? Good times.
Good times.
So that was pretty cool. She told me that, and I was like, oh my God, that is freaking awesome.
Yeah. It's freaking awesome for me, too.
So Serena goes, do you either have, so Korky has, I believe you have a green stalk. I had my first one, and my aide helped take the tears down to check for blockages. And
I got a green stalk, but I didn't know I got a green stalk. I went to a Cleveland. They have a home and garden event there. It was years ago. And I love that kind of stuff. So I took my mom and stuff, and we went up there, and they had these things on display. And I think it was when they first came out. And my mom's like, I think that's a really good idea. I'm going to get one of those. So my mom got one, and she wanted to plant strawberries in it. Well, we waited like a year for the strawberries to come because we just planted the roots. So we waited forever for them to come. My 80-year-old uncle comes to try to mow the lawn, and he slid in because the backyard was really mushy. So he slid in the backyard. He hit the side of the pool, and he completely toppled our green stalk. Like completely toppled it over. He never got left that down, by the way. Never. We always remind him. But anyway, my mom's like, I don't want this anymore. You guys can have it. So now I have a green sod, and it has strawberries in it. So, but yeah, my uncle hit it with a lawnmower.
In Serena, I have always wanted one, but I haven't been able to afford one yet. So, if I was growing right next to my house and had very little space, I would definitely buy one.
Yeah.
The way to grow, put your herbs in there, you put string beans, so many things you could put in there.
Yeah.
Gardner Scott bought one last year or 2 years ago, and I haven't seen his follow up on it, but he's been going and growing in a green stalk.
Jay, I always try to work the connections. I never really know what to say to these people. They probably think I'm a complete weirdo when I message them, but I did. I messaged a lot of people today. One of them was Ted Nugent, and the other one was Candace Owens. So we will see if we get them on the show, because we're the biggest name on YouTube and all. So
we grow big.
We grow big. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's very interesting that people we try to get on the show. And you know what? We do get, I do get replies. So, yeah. Well, not all.
Although, if we did get Ted Nugent on here, I don't know if he would ever do that. I don't think his ego would allow him to. But that would be really cool because he's all about that. He's all about nature, and I think it'd be a really interesting conversation.
That just gave me a great idea. Johnny Cash, his grandson, went into music.
Yeah, I've seen him play before.
He was supposed to come over our...
By the way, he sounds just like Johnny Cash. It's like freaky.
So when Joey was sick, he asked us if he could come into our house and sing. And a lot of crazy things happen.
So then I could tell him how we are related.
That's right. I forgot all
I'm related to them. It's way down the line, but that's cool.
That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, so he invited us.
That we're, you're like my 7th cousin or something.
Welcome to Grow Big TV.
Welcome to Grow Big TV. That'd be so weird, but that'd be funny.
I just found it funny that, somebody reached out to him. Then I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like, when he said something Johnny Cash, I'm like, Johnny Cash he's passed away a couple years. I'm like, who is this? And I'm like, oh.
I heard them play by accident. We were at my town's car show, and his band was playing there. And I was like, this guy's trying awful hard to sound like Johnny Cash. I was just thinking that. And I'm like, his music wasn't like Johnny Cash as much. It was more rock and roll. But I'm like, this guy sounds just like Johnny Cash. We did some research and we found out that he. And I was like shocked, because I didn't know, and he sounded so cool. But
so this week I'm planting a lot of beans. I got a lot of stuff to do first, but I want to grow these.
Cool.
I think they look really cool. So it's a shell bean. So young pod's good for snaps. But look at that. I'm like, I wonder how that tastes. I like the bean. Look at the beans inside.
Yeah, it's probably really good.
You know what they remind me of? They remind me of Jelly Bellies. So on Sunday Fun Day, I had the Bushcraft family, Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead, and the Vineyard Chicks did my Sunday Fun Day. So it's called Who's Hijacking my channel so I could work. So I've been having channels do that for me, and God bless you guys. Thank you guys so much for helping out. So with the Vineyard Chicks, one of the biggest memories they had was me Joey giving me Bean Boozled.
Uh-huh.
We got to do that in this show. We got to do that sometime. And
it's so weird. The sweaty socks one, it tastes like sweaty socks smells. It is nuts. It's gross. There's one that's barf or something like that I've had. It's gross. I think there's a sour milk one. Yeah. Stinky socks is like gross.
Canned dog food.
Yuck. I don't know if I don't know.
Yeah, there's the stinky socks. Stink bug is the worst. Peach is actually very good. I thought it was. Rotten egg. Booger. I like when Bushcraft goes, booger. But he sounded like Revenge of the Nerds with Booger.
Yeah.
It was so funny. That was hilarious. 1 second. What does Serena say? Enoch is expecting a granddaughter sometime this week. I think he hosts Urban Gardener. Yes, he does. So congratulations to Enoch on becoming a grandfather. That's awesome. He's getting old. That's what that means. Wow. Yeah. Booger, booger, booger. So just for you guys, I'm going to try one of these. Do you want me to have one of the hot ones? Or do you guys want me to have a Bean Boozled one?
Oh, boy.
So put it in the chat.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. If I get stink. But so during the thing, I'm expecting one of these. It came out as a habanero. So I'm expecting something foul. Then I'm like, oh, it's getting hot. Oh, it's getting hotter. Then I'm like, oh, I think that's a Carolina Reaper. But it was a habanero. Hot. So we got one hot so far. We got a hearts. I like the hearts. So it's hot or Bean Boozled.
Bushcraft said Bean Boozled.
So we got 1 and 1. Come on, guys. Let's go. Come on. What do we got here? Yes, Serena got a joke. Why should you be very discreet in a garden? Because corn has ears, potato has eyes, and beans talk. So I think I might have to be getting some potatoes soon. Because all my leaves and everything, it's all fall to the side. And 2 out of 5, they look like, I think I got to check it out. I think I might have to pull. I think it might be Bean Boozled. I was hoping it was going to be hot. Because the hot ones aren't that bad. Spicy booger.
Spicy boogie.
You know what's sad? When somebody knows what the taste of booger is. Combined and no combined. It's only one. I don't want to throw up. I got a big. After I'm done with this show, I got to study. Okay. Oh, this might not be good.
Oh boy.
It's pink. That means I don't know if it's supposed to be even in here. It's not even in here. It's not even in here or in here. Jay Dixon goes, oh, Joe, just grab a handful and let us see your face.
Combines a habanero with a stinky sock.
I think I know what this even is. Spoiled milk or coconut? Oh, no.
I think it's. What do you guys think it is?
It could be. I'm not even sure. Okay.
I think it
could
is
be
spoiled
dirty
milk.
dish. Okay, I'll tell you guys in a second. It's an old
What?
jelly bean.
It
It's
wasn't spoiled
coconut.
milk. It's what?
Coconut.
Oh, you are lucky.
So
You are so lucky.
we might have to do that on Grow Big TV. Yeah, it's coconut. Definitely coconut. Joey gave me all the bad ones. I still have no idea how he figured that out. So traveling and gardening with DJ goes, yeah, the first time I'm growing a lot of stuff that's in my garden right now. I'll tell you what, as a first year gardener, the biggest problem is weeds. It's always been the biggest issue. Because you're putting all this stuff in, you think you're on a roll, and then all of a sudden weeds are coming up and you don't have the time to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
What I found out over time is use cardboard. I'm trying to eat in one side of the mouth instead of the other side. So, if you use cardboard, a lot of worms love the cardboard. So you're putting life in your garden. If you use black fabric, sometimes it gets too hot, and so your worms don't want to get up that high. But you have no weeds, so that's the benefit. So that's the one thing. Oh, definitely, if you're growing in a new garden for the first time, definitely plant cardboard. Don't wait to put the cardboard. Do it right away. I do that. I'm still doing that. I still don't have time to put cardboard down. If I did, my life would be so much easier. What do we got? Johnson grass is crazy. It will grow through cement. That's what I fight.
You're
Exactly.
making me hungry for candy now. I got a whole bunch of Tennessee Laffy Taffy from when my mom just went to Tennessee. I'll be right back.
Viper goes, worms, leaks, poop troop, poop troop, poop troop, poop troop. I was going to go for another. It's not really good when you have a cavity, guys. Oh, jeez. And there you go, Jane. And thank you guys for the members. We really appreciate it. We're trying to go about it as to welcome thanking everybody who's members on this channel, because it really helps us out. There's 35 people in the chat, 20 on YouTube, 15 on Twitter, and I haven't checked the others. So thank you guys for helping us out. Appreciate it. That one little piece went right in the freaking cavity.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm like, oh no. And every time I do a live, I have this right next to me. Look at that.
It's your twin.
It's my twin. Love that. So are you done planting? Are you doing a fall garden?
I don't know yet. Usually I don't have enough time to do a fall garden. So I probably won't. Here's my Tennessee taffy.
There you go.
It's delicious.
I gotta get you some Jersey taffy.
Ooh.
That's always been a sure favorite.
Dude, I love saltwater. I love taffy in general. Saltwater taffy, all of it. It's my favorite.
It's funny. Oh, by the way, I still have to send everybody all their prizes out. And I'm sorry I haven't done that. I just haven't been home. The only time I'm home is during a show. So I've been trying to I will get it out to you, believe me. I've always get it out in the last 4 years. But I'm in a rock and a hard place. So it will get to you. Just believe me. Stay with me. and I will send some extras and stuff like that. So Korky will be here on Thursday. I will not be here on Thursday. Just to let you guys know, because I really have to hit the books, get ready for that test. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to spend a lot of time on. I have to get it passed because they're hiring me. I just got to pass the test so I can start training.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, steady it is.
Okay, Mrs. Cosmic, I want everything. I want everything from New England, including beer. The beer in New England is better. Everything in the New England states is better, in my opinion. So, the pizza, the seafood.
See, I don't think you got to worry about diseases because we get schnookies in New Jersey.
Ooh.
I don't know if you really want to know. I don't know if you really.
I thought you only get strookies in bars.
Oh, that's true. Jersey Shore. You know what's crazy? If you get caught peeing in public, it's like a $500 fine.
If you get caught, what?
Going to the bathroom in public on a side somewhere.
Ew!
You get caught, you get a $500 fine. So you're trying to find a place to go to the bathroom. There's no place to go to the bathroom. So you have 5,000 people. There's 5 bathrooms inside of a bar. They're leaving, trying to get to an Uber. And it's like, here's $500. 500 cops are just pulling people over.
Ew, though.
And
I can imagine girls in skirts just, if they're ripped, they're just out there like, go and pee everywhere. I can see it.
I tell them, I go, you guys better not go to the bathroom in my car.
Yeah.
I said, if you have to go, I'll find a dirt road for you. You guys go squat over there. I had one girl, I had no idea. I thought she was going to puke in my car. And she goes, so I'm like on a main avenue. I pulled in a lot where there's a hotel, like a main thing. She goes, pull over. So I pulled over quick. And she just right to the right of me, she pops a squat and goes pee.
Nice.
I was like, whoa, thank God that wasn't
classy, New Jersey. Keep it classy.
Yo, you're fertilizing, I see.
Well, what's on the show? We talk about fertilizer.
Oh, man. Crazy. So, just let you guys, do you guys feel the same way? You guys feel like there's a lot less people watching YouTube lately on shows? Mm-hmm. Just want to know what you guys think. I followed during the day, and everybody's channel I've been to, it seems like there's a lot less people watching the lives. And just want to know what your thought is. Just putting some thoughts out there. So one of the things I'm planning on growing.
That time of year too.
But one of the things I'm definitely growing this fall, because I'm doing cover crops. That's going to be my main issues. Is I'm going to grow definitely peas. I'm just doing peas all over the place. So besides cover crops, and you can use cover crops as a pea as a cover crop too. But I'm just going to be freaking spoof. Yeah, it's true. Jay. Summer is time to be outside, less YouTube for people. True. But even at night, there just seems to be a lot less people. Yes, see there, look at Bushcraft. He goes, yes, views down by 38% this month. Everybody's outside having a good time.
Okay, so
Dirty Woods even said there's a lot less people on my growing Discord. We had at least 4 or 5 people in voice at any time a few months ago, but nothing now.
We went to Berlin Seeds, and I picked up my cover crop already. I bought a huge bag. Hold on, I'll show you.
Love to see it. And welcome in David Potter. Good to see you. People are out buying fireworks. Yes, it gets crazy around here too. We don't have to go to the beach to watch fireworks or our town show. We could just sit in our backyard. Okay, what do we got?
These are groundhog radishes.
Oh,
So I will be putting these in the ground as my cover crop.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm leaving them in the ground until spring.
I never heard of groundhog. I guess that is like a daikon, you know?
Yeah, it's like a daikon type radish, develops a massive taproot system that helps break up heavy clay, compacted soil. These roots winter kill, leaving large holes that aid in water and air infiltration, resulting in better tilth and softer soil. For best results, sow before September 1st. Sow at 1 pound per 1,000 square feet. So I bought these at Berlin, so I'm going to be using these.
Love it. I like how Viper goes. Do they grow into the groundhog? That'd be perfect. Grow fast. Go into that groundhog and use that as fertilizer.
And I bought my peas for next year too. While I was there, I bought a pound of peas. So
how much did it cost for a pound of peas?
I think it's $3.
Boom.
Excuse me.
Guys, also look into, there's a lot of and my gardener, Maris Heirloom Seeds. Use hashtag grow big. And just grow big. Maris. What was that? You don't like it?
I don't like chocolate, and these are all chocolate.
Oh no.
Like chocolate taffy is like not so much.
I might try one of these.
Okay, spin it. Let's see. No cheating.
Whoop. Whoop. Let me see. It doesn't. I think my finger's in the way. Whoop. This doesn't work. I have no idea what flavor is anyway.
Chocolate taffy sucks, guys. It's not my favorite. Okay. What was it?
Oh no. This is not good.
So is it a jalapeno or Carolina Reaper?
I think it's a Carolina Reaper.
Okay. Are you prepared?
No. Especially if that goes into the cavity.
I was like, well, it may actually help with your pain.
We'll see.
Oh my God.
I think it's a Reaper. It's starting to get really hot. Right. I'm trying to eat where the tooth is not on the right side. It's getting hot. I don't want to swallow it, though. I don't know if that's going to have a different effect. The best ones is the cheese balls.
Oh, those are the best. From Pucker Butt?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, delicious.
Sweetness. Sure. Boom.
You made it through.
I'm trying. I'm not crying. I have jalapenos every day for lunch, by the way.
Wow.
But I got to get careful. I'm like just hooked on it. Everything I'm eating was with jalapenos.
I do love peppers. Like I could eat peppers every day. I love peppers. Jalapenos, that's a different story. Just like regular sweet peppers, yeah. Ooh. Bubblegum?
What was that?
Bubblegum.
What else do we want to talk about? So yeah, I'm excited about cover crops this year because the biggest thing I learned about cover crops is you got to be all in. Don't go halfway. So if you guys have a small space, do cover crops there, and you'll don't after they lay in the ground, you just leave them there. Put a hole in the ground and start your seed or a plant. That's all you do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
every year you do that.
I like the idea of a radish because it will rot. And then I don't really have to do much.
Yeah, just rots and you're good.
Yep.
Is that smelly, Ellie?
Yeah, that smell. Hey, smelly. Smelly girl.
Loved it.
It's so funny. My dog's names are all like Winnie. Although her name is Winifred, I call her Turd. There's Turd, and then there's Smelly Ellie. Cayenne peppers taste amazing. Fresh out of the garden. Jalapenos with your eggs?
Yeah, I do that too. I love everything. I love my onions too. So what's good to encourage tomato plants to flower?
Singing to them.
Breakdancing. Watch me breakdance. You see that floor start to really go.
How come I'm getting nasty ones? This one's root beer flavored.
Hold on 1 second.
I like root beer, but not like this.
Let me just text my wife for a second.
I honestly, I don't know. I know that my gardener uses a bud spray to help pollination and stuff. I saw his video on it, so he was using that and spraying it on the flowers. The only thing that's really going to help them grow is not really hot days. So they don't like it super, super, super hot. So I would say 75, 80 degrees, they're going to be doing okay. But if you're going to have another week like we did, where it was like 102 degrees for like 3 days straight, they're going to drop a lot of their flowers because they don't like that heat. You can do lots of different things. You can do a shade cloth over top and stuff like that. But you might see more as the summer cools down. You might see more tomatoes in that general direction. The fall is usually when I get the most. So.
And you want air to go with your plants too, guys. You don't want disease. So if you want more tomatoes, you want more of a tomato year. That means you want less disease. So you can't have your plants touch the ground. If you see disease, you got to pluck them off. If you use compost tea, again, more microbes in the garden, you'll get more tomatoes. So that's the way to do it organically. Higher phosphorus does, like Brampton Garden just says, higher phosphorus helps fruits and blooms, so a higher middle number. So your NPK. So you don't want a higher nitrogen. You want, at the end of the year, you want lower nitrogen, and you want your phosphorus, your P. So I'm telling you guys, add compost tea. You'll get a healthier plant, and when you get a healthier plant, you'll get better yields and a longer season. Because you want your temperatures at night around 65 to 75. That sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Or so they don't they don't die off. They just keep on blooming. So prevent disease is the biggest key. Plants want to, they're going to disease at the end of the year. It's plain and simple. The best thing to do is stop it before it starts.
The best thing to do for bug pressure is doing that stuff right from the beginning. Now, you can boost your tomatoes' immune system by using aspirin. You You put aspirin in your water and then you spray them down. That will boost their immune system so bugs don't go after them. What else can you do? You can spray Surround on them to keep the bugs from eating up your plants. It's not 100% foolproof, but it sure as heck worked for me so far. And I'm not saying I haven't seen, I'm sorry, I have a cold, so I'm trying to like keep my breath too. So it's not necessarily something that, I mean, I still saw some squash bugs out there, but I saw one versus thousands. Companion planting. Yes. Thanks, Bushcraft. I do a lot of companion planting. Chamomile is really good for funguses. So you can plant chamomile. You can plant basil, really likes tomatoes. Marigolds. But those types of things, if you're just starting out, they may not work for you right away. Those things you have to keep doing in your garden. Especially marigolds, you have to keep planting them. Yeah, because you have to create that barrier. I can't think of anything else right now at the top of my head. I also, even though I like heirloom tomatoes and I still have a row of them in my garden, I went to hybrids because I still had viruses and stuff like that I was just constantly seemed to be fighting at the end of the year. So I went to hybrids, and with that, at the end of the year, I still have tons and tons of tomatoes, and they're not burning up or getting black or getting a virus or anything like that. Sometimes people, I know the Brazards have a really hard time growing tomatoes where they are because they're in Louisiana and it's hot there. Sometimes you just can't grow tomatoes.
They just drop off. The flowers drop off if it's too hot.
Yeah. So your best bet would try to cool the area as much as you can if you're super hot, and try and get hybrids that can withstand the heat, or get a shade cloth and stuff like that. Put mulch down to keep the ground cooler. That kind of stuff really does help. I plant nasturtiums, Mrs. Cosmic, and that's the best thing in my garden. I love it. I have several different types. The biggest ones, they're the best. They vine all over the place. Really great companion plant. And I like it because it brings in pollinators too. Usually my nasturtium's the last to go at the end of the year. And it's all over the ground. The bees are just all over it. So
see, it's tomato. It's tricky because tomato plants, they should have 10 hours of direct sun if you want to grow, the most tomatoes. But then you say 10 hours. What's the temperature outside?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's really, really hot, like you just said, you got to have it in 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, the hottest parts of the day. I just swallowed it on the rest of that heat. You want to be in the shade. You don't want it in the sun.
There is also,
where you locate it.
Because you mentioned onions, Cosmics, I love this book. It's called Tomatoes. Carrots Love Tomatoes, right? It's a great gardening companion book. And I gave it away a lot of times on my channel. And I think I gave it to Cosmics too. There's little tricks you learn from that book. And one of them is using chives. So if you have chives in your garden, you can cut those up. You can make like a chive tea out of them. So what I do is I just shove them in some water, let the heat get to them, sit them for maybe 3 or 4 hours, pour them in a garden sprayer, and then you spray those all over your cucumbers. Cucumber bugs hate garlic and onion smell. They hate it. So that will also help. But these little tricks you have to do from the very beginning, even when you don't see a bug. You have to stay on it. Hey, Star.
Another big issue with tomatoes, you don't want to overwater. So you should do a heavy watering and not have anything for like 2, 3, 4 days. And then you do the same thing over again. but don't overwater. It's one of the biggest issues what gardeners face. And make sure it's timed out right too. Because all of a sudden if it's dry for a whole week, then you do a thorough rain, like really heavy. Well, what do you think the tomato is going to do? They're going to split. So you got to make sure that plant you're training the plant. So that's very important. Make sure you support the plant. We didn't talk about that. So you don't want them to tilt over because you grew a 10-foot tomato plant. You got to make sure they still continue to grow up. If they start branching over and fall over, you're creating a disaster if they go that big. So just cut them off right there. It's not worth it. Clean up, make it clean, nice and neat, and get as many as you can with the rest of the plant. Or even better, cut off some of those tomatoes. And, hey, you might have a warm fall.
If you find yourself that your stuff is drying out daily, you need to do little tricks to keep your stuff from drying out so much. And mulch is one of them, or you could put straw down, and leaves and stuff like that to protect your soil from drying out. That's so funny, Mrs. Cosmic, that you've been brewing onion tea, because this is disgusting, by the way. I used all my garlic scapes for onion or garlic tea for putting in my sprayer, and I put it on my back porch. So now every time I open my back porch, it smells like a garlic, I don't know, but it's just like it hits you pretty hard. It's like, I don't think anything can survive on my back porch with that smell. Like, it's pretty bad. So I put that in my sprayer, and I spray all of my stuff down with that. And this time I put it in with my surround as well and sprayed that. So it was like stinky surround-ish clay. And it worked out really good. Yeah, and it keeps vampires away, as well as mosquitoes if you get it on you. By the way, if you do get it on you, you want to go for a shower like ASAP.
Another thing with tomatoes, you got to make sure you guys trim those lower branches. That's you need to do that. You definitely need to do that. You need to do it before the bottom gets diseased.
Yeah.
So, now this is the thing. Pinch the suckers. Pinch those suckers. But then again, if you're in 95-degree weather, for most part, you want shade. You don't need to pinch those suckers. So, because the tomato plant wants some shade too. So, if you are growing in, I don't know, Virginia, pinch those suckers. You're not going to have 95 degrees. I'm not in something. What am I thinking? Ohio, for example. I would pinch those suckers all the time if you have cool weather at night, because then you're going to grow bigger tomatoes.
We definitely have been getting cooler weather. I think last night my husband said it was 65.
Yeah.
So
pinch those suckers. But like Built on a Rock Homestead lives in Texas, where she's going to have extreme temperatures. I would not pinch. Because a plant needs shade. So you really don't need to pinch at all.
Garlic scape fries actually sound really good. When I pull those off and I smell them, like it's just like a wonderful garlic smell. It's just so delicious. But I used them since they were so strong. I used them for the tea this year. Next year I'll probably be eating them.
So another thing, fertilize at the right time. So you're talking about, compost tea, you could do it every week. But when? First thing in the morning, nice and early, or at night. Never, ever water during the middle of the day. I can't believe when I heard one channel, they said, well, I water right in the middle of the day. First, you're wasting water. Yeah, exactly. Because that water is going to dry up like that anyway.
That person was a gardening expert too in the field. And they said to water at noon.
I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Make sure you water early in the morning or late at night.
Some people will even say not to water late at night. I water either early in the morning or late at night when the sun goes down. They say not to water late at night because your plants can get mildew or whatever. But it's been so hot. They need it. They need it. So
you see, it depends on what plant. So if you have a tomato and you haven't if I was doing a tomato plant and I haven't watered it for 3 days, you can water it at night. Let that water drench into that ground. But if you are watering every single day, that's a different issue. That's when you get the problems if you water at night. So that all depends. And then don't forget to tickle the blooms if they don't pollinate.
I know. I did the video. I'm like, I'm tickling my blooms on my gardener. Tickle them.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. So, it all depends. Like in the beginning of the year, you have your pepper plants or tomato plants. Man, water at night. It's all good. But most of the time you get diseases are a little later in the season, late summer, early fall. What did David say? I got the greenhouse between me and the garden, and the zapper, it's on the other side.
Nice.
Zap away.
Mind me. You just go out there and you start tickling your blossoms, honey. Make sure your neighbors aren't watching.
We definitely have to get Star over here for a visit. Sure. You can visit New Jersey and Ohio. And Star, we got a huge Indian population in New Jersey. So, and not that far away from me, by the way. About 30 minutes north. So, just give a little...
Who knows? You can meet the woman of your dreams.
Don't worry, you're not going to meet Schnooky. It's all good. might be interesting to look at the New Yorkers coming to the bar. You know what's funny is during the summer, we all over the East Coast, people come from New York, Connecticut. Everybody comes to the Jersey Shore. And so every time I got a girl's phone number down the shore growing up, it was always somebody from freaking Staten Island. It was like the biggest joke. Hey, guys, look, I got a number. Yeah, she's from Staten Island. Damn it. My wife is actually from Staten Island. I shouldn't say that. But she grew up for the most part, in New Jersey. But it seemed like every girl's number I ever got was from Staten Island. It was like Staten Islanders are attracted to me or something. Yeah, I'd like to visit me on July 4th.
Oh, my God.
Thank you so much. I don't
even know if this will even do justice.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-dong. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Amazing friends.
Thank you so much, Cosmics. We really appreciate that. Man, maybe we might get paid next month. Thank you. We really, really appreciate that.
We have a lot of people. I live near a big university, so we have a lot of Indian men and women over here. I have an Indian restaurant, a couple of them. So I don't know. You might meet a smart Indian girl.
Yeah. Boom to Star. Boom.
Boom.
Boom to Star and boom for the Cosmics. Thank you guys so much. Tinkerbell. Whoop, wrong one. It's good to see you, Jennifer, too. Where is it? There we go.
Oh, he doesn't want an Indian girl. Okay, well then. We'll stay away from all the Indian places. We'll find you somebody.
But we do have good Indian food.
I just didn't want to get you in trouble if you have to go back home. That's all. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. Your dad might yell at you if you have a American girl or something.
So if you are going the fertilizer route, find it like a 832-16. That's very powerful for the phosphorus, or 12-24-12, which is more if you're using for fertilizer for tomatoes at the end of the year. Not in the beginning, not in the middle, more towards the end. That's when you want to I get more phosphorus in the garden. Oh no. Who else wants to get set up? Party at my house. It's a. I do want to get a. When I had more money, I was actually going to have a Poop Troop house down at Jersey
You're
Shore.
gonna have a what?
A Poop Troop house for members of the Poop Troop, and that was like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, like we were all gonna get a beach house together.
Yeah, and I really wanted to do that in like September, October or something like that. And I thought that'd be the most hilarious, fun time ever. The Poop Troop house, just like the Jersey Shore house. And I was getting close to doing that, and then other things happened in my life. Definitely, I can't do it now. But thank you, Cosmics. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And for those that are new here, become a member. It's at $2.99 a month.
Wait, hold on. Marshmallow Man, are you dating an American? Because you're not American either. You guys are cracking me up. Goofballs. Oh, here's Milk and Honey. I had, for my meetup, I had poop cookies. I made cookies in the shape of little poops. All because Joe sent me some cookie cutters. I think, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Joe sent me some cookie cutters, and I made little poops.
And there's, hey, Gil, welcome in, Gil.
Yeah.
Gil had a live before. Gil was our first ever member of the channel.
Yes.
And so thank you, Gil. You'll always be number one.
I'm really grateful for the relationships and friends that I made on YouTube. Like, I made a lot of good friends on here. So hopefully that can continue and we can continue to make really good friends and have a really good time.
Yep. And so Thursday is live. It's be more on canning. So Korky will be here. She have some other people up. I don't know if we confirmed that yet.
I haven't yet, but I'm sure she'll be okay with it.
And I won't be here, but we'll be back, and hopefully we'll have an interview to follow on Tuesday. So looking forward to that. Garden State Gardener. I'm supposed to go live on Sunday, but that might change. It depends if I might have somebody hijacking a channel this week. So we'll see about that. So I have hijackers on my channel. So I can study and I can work for a little bit. So I appreciate that. For the hijackers. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-dong. Definitely need to get something. Definitely got to get a jib jab going. But
yeah.
Or something. Thank you so much, Jay. Promoting Camp Family Compound and Gray Man Prepping. Gray Man Prepping. Guys, I can't wait to talk to you guys more about this interview we're linking up. It's a big one. It's a huge one. That's going to be exciting. Let me see. What did Jane say? Charles, did you do an egg batter or just flour? So I'm growing a lot of beefsteaks. A lot of my tomato plants, they dried out and back. So I had to make another kind of avenue. And again, guys, I'm still planting because I'm not home. But I can't wait to show you my garden in the next month. Within the next month. I should say probably a little sooner than that. But I'm telling you, biochar is a lifesaver. And have you noticed a difference in biochar in your garden, Korky?
Yes, a tremendous difference. I noticed my plants, well, one, they're healthier. And two, I noticed that I didn't have to water as much. that it really holds the water. So
any plans to have Broke Farmer on the channel? On Garden State Gardener, yes. But we haven't talked about on Grow Big TV. But on Garden State Gardener, yes.
Star's been using biochar too. Cool.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you add life to the soil, guys. It's biochar. If you don't feed it, it just doesn't do anything. It's just there. Make sure you feed the biochar. You can feed it with compost. You're feeding it. You put those two both together, you got something going. What is a Broke Farmer?
Reason myself
out. Star Broke Farmer is he's a channel.
He's Broke Farmer.
He's a Broke Farmer, and he's a good guy. Yeah, he's a gardener. Exactly, Heather. Whew. And guys, don't be afraid to buy seeds. If you have no money, get them. I found this is a very cheap place. It's Dollar Seed. So, for example, Dollar Seed Bean Royal Burgundy. I mean, you still get a decent amount of seeds for $1.
Yeah, that's a lot for $1.
Big nice. And it's a lot better than American seeds. These are better quality seeds. Dollar seeds. Like Blue Lake. Not bad.
Sorry, guys. I have a cold, so I'm still trying to breathe and all of that. I got a cold like 2 days ago. Frank had one, and now he's giving it to me. It's horrible. I hate having a cold in the summertime. Like, this isn't right. By the way, I'm so going to make broccoli cheese soup tonight. That sounds amazing. I want soup.
Another thing, guys. How's your contest going? How's your Detroit red beet?
Oh, dude, we didn't do beets, but I'm not happy with my watermelon radish. Like, I still in the ground, but still, I'm not happy with it. My zucchini, they're getting bigger. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
For those, not all the contests are, they're going all the way till September. So if you entered, you can't enter it now, but if you entered and just never did it, but you entered, you can still get into the contest. But you must have said, enter all in on those videos. If you enter now, it's just a little too late. There's a lot of organization that has to be done to make sure we have all the correct videos. I haven't seen too much on Peter Pepper. So it'd be interesting if only one person won. And he had a Peter Pepper that was this big. That's the reason why you enter these contests. So I'm growing a orange Peter Pepper, a red Peter Pepper, red Peter Pepper. Red, one second. Red, orange, yellow. Red, orange, yellow.
How many peppers does it take?
We'll see how many Peter Peppers take.
Sorry.
I don't know if anybody can be satisfied with the small one there. We'll see how much heat it holds.
Yeah. Bushcraft wants to know if you can say that 3 times fast.
Peter Pepper. I'm always tongue-tied. Can't wait to put this prey mantis outside. Cool stuff. Maybe I should just leave him. If I was growing stuff, I would leave him in the air and see what happens. See me going to bed. See this happen. Wow, he got huge. That's Slick Willie. Oh, jeez. So, just let you guys know, Common Ground is still on Garden State Garden. If you haven't watched Common Ground, please go watch it before I take it down. I haven't got in trouble for it yet, because it's up. But yeah, people are still paying to go see it in places, and you can go to watch it in Garden State Gardener. So I'm going to play Common Ground in a video right now. Show that quick.
What I'm about to tell you is a matter of life and death. If the soil dies, we die.
The facts have been proven. Roundup does cause cancer.
If you burrow deeply enough, there is a pipeline of money from the pesticide industry into those universities. They're getting the kind of science that money can buy.
Nature is the mother of us all. And if mama ain't happy, we're f***.
But there's a way to save our precious soils. It's called regeneration.
Regeneration is not just restoring the land to the state that we found it at, but actually making it better.
We have added over 96 tons of carbon per acre into our soil. Can we mitigate climate change? Absolutely.
We're going to check the underwear and the regenerative versus the conventional soybean field and see
Come on, ladies.
the difference between the microbial activity.
Put that song in there.
We've eliminated insecticides, pesticides, herbicides. We are saving upwards of $400 an acre. It works out to be about $2 million a year in savings. That is serious cash.
I forgot my suit. I feel like I'm underdressed. But if you are the people who can make a change, well, it's high time to finally get regenerative agriculture. Let's prioritize the farmer. Out here in the fields, I found my meals.
It's a connection to the land. It's a connection to those that came before us and those that are going to come after us.
Sally, take my hand.
We can change everything. There's hope.
I said this letter is a warning, but it's also a promise.
So I'm going to fight like hell to save you.
Common Ground.
Makes me cry every time I see that.
Go to Garden State Garden and go watch it because I will be taking it down soon. I'm surprised I haven't took it down already. Welcome in, J3GS Farm. Good to see you. He's on every single morning. So, good to see you here. It is... we're going to have some of those people on our show, by the way. So, that's going to be in the works. It's just summer.
We're going to have Ron Howard on the show?
I'm still looking to get Woody Harrelson on the show. So, that'd be freaking awesome.
I'll message him. I have him on Instagram, you know. I'll just shoot him a message, you know.
Come on, grow big.
Come on. Come over to Grow Big TV, Jason.
We'll have a cocktail with you. Come on our show, grab a beer. Woody Harrelson's he's a vegetarian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so he's been big on growing organic food. So that's how we got into the movie and everything. So, pretty cool.
I had no idea he was a vegetarian. That's interesting.
Yep. So he totally changed his ways to improve his health. So, pretty cool stuff.
Neat.
Some people are wondering if I use a fertilizer, IV Organics. I found that to be the best fertilizer to use. And you have trifecta too in my gardener. So you have those two fertilizer. That's my fertilizers I use. And this is awesome. So we talked about Surround a lot. This is something it's called IV Organics Plant 3-in-1 Plant Guard. So yeah, it protects protects sunburn on your plants, but also insects and rodents.
Cool.
And just like Surround, you do the same thing with Surround. It creates a white foam on the plant. You spray it, and there you go. And during the season, you might have to apply it another time. But anytime you get, they go this exactly the same thing like Surround. They come to the plant. The bug goes, they come to the plant. Oh, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you. Oh, this is disgusting. And they just leave. So that's what's good about Surround. And 3-in-1 plant garden. Thank you to our mods for being here every single week. You guys are totally awesome. You can never, ever. Oh, there we go. Jay Dixon with the facts, just like that. Jay Dixon has been a vegan for 30 years, but more recently has started to embrace a diet composed mostly of raw vegan food because he believes it's better for his health. Awesome.
I imagine the raw, because I love raw vegetables. I imagine eating them raw, you get, since they're not being cooked, you're getting more vitamin content. Maybe. I don't know. But some vegetables are made to be cooked. Like you cook them to get more out of them. So I don't know how that works, but good for him. Whatever works to help your health. I mean,
Now, I hope you guys could really act on this year if you guys could do it, because I did it last year. And my gardener usually has a at the end of the year, sometime in the fall. Because he has to get his seeds out, so they do the 50% off, whatever. But also he does it with his live plants too, like asparagus roots. Last year, these asparagus roots, they had to be 3-year-old roots. They were freaking huge. And you got like 4 of them for like $8 or something like that, or $6, whatever it was. It was very, very cheap, but it was the best roots I've ever seen on asparagus plants. So if you guys see my gardener doing asparagus, jump on it. It's well worth it. Well worth the money.
Bushcraft, I kind of believe that because, especially with tomatoes, when you're cooking them, like say for instance, I'm cooking, even if you did stewed tomatoes, okay, you're cooking those up and you put them in a soup, for instance, you're getting all those vitamins. You're getting everything that's in that jar. So yeah, I can see that. And I would put corn in my soup too, like if you're making a vegetable soup. So yeah, it sounds great. You guys are making me so hungry. I'm totally making broccoli cheese soup tonight.
Oh, I just want to say, all the people on Twitter, because we don't see you here, thank you guys for helping us out last couple of weeks in numbers. You guys have been tremendous on Twitter. We usually average between 20 and 30 people that are watching our lives on Twitter, either on Kozlowski Farm or Grow Big TV. I do have 2 channels on Twitter. I started Kozlowski Farm a long, long time ago, and you'll notice some very popular, well, for New Jersey people, a lot of people follow me and I follow them. And it's been like that for years. Like I have head coaches that follow me in college and beyond. So that's the reason why Kozlowski Farm, it was something that had nothing to do with YouTube. And Grow Big TV is, well, because we got our channel here. So thank you guys.
What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. By the way, I canned a lot of my beans last year, my green bean stuff. They're freaking delicious. My husband doesn't even like green beans. He says those are the best beans he's ever eaten. So it's a completely different taste when you can them, grow them yourself and can them yourself. And I love the French cut ones. I don't know why. They just taste better to me. It's probably all psychological, but they're so delicious. So
now, what do you with string beans? Like, what do they do differently with the store bought, like say ShopRite or whatever cans, and when you can?
Well, I don't necessarily add salt in my can either, so you can avoid that. And honestly, I don't do anything different except for the fact that I don't have put herbicides or sprays or anything on my stuff. So it's all like organic, real organic. It's not messed around with. So, and plus they use specific beans for theirs. I think something like Blue Lake or something like that. Mine were Behilty and rattlesnake beans, and they were absolutely delicious. So I think that was the difference, is I use different beans. But Behilty, when they're purple, but once they're cooked, they turn green. So.
And Serena, Sifton's Mona, she'll probably be sometime or another on Garden State Gardener. And same thing with JT. JT Jr. grows it in Alaska. We've been friends. They've been friends of mine for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. And so they'll probably just stay on Garden State Gardener. But I was thinking about sifting some soil. She's been a Joseph's Journey member for my channel for a long, long, long time. Love Mona.
But yeah, the best part about, you're saving so much money. And the thing is, like with green beans, when you're canning all those, like I canned like 35 jars of green beans last year. And I used them for everything. I made green bean casserole, I think, for every occasion. for my son's Boy Scout group, when we had a get together, a potluck, I made green bean casserole. I made green bean casserole for Thanksgiving. I made it. I believe I made it for Christmas. Like, since I had it, it's there. It saved us a ton of money. All I had to have was the cream of mushroom soup. It's a great side dish for me. I don't even like to add the cream of mushroom soup as much. I like just adding in some almonds, some garlic, a little bit of butter, and then baking it till they're like kind of crispy. And it's freaking delicious. So it's a great side dish that you can have and mix it up all year long. So if you make a lot of cans of that, and for us this year, we'll already have our groceries halfway done, because we are going to get the peppers. We're going to put meat in them. We're going to make stuffed peppers. I already have 100 jars of tomato juice on my shelf to make stuffed peppers. So it saves you a lot of money in the long run when you can. So something to think about. And yeah, even if it's just a side dish, like beans or something, corn, whatever you can do to help your family out.
One last thing, because we're almost done here. Serena, on Grow Big TV, we are not just looking for YouTubers. We're looking for professors. We are looking for the best in people in compost, not on YouTube, but the best in the world. And that's how we're going about it. I'm not saying they're not good channels, because I'm friends with all of them. Is that we're just doing something totally different from everybody else. We don't want to be the same as everybody else. We want to be different. That's what this channel's about, trying to be different. Not totally, but, because we have friends and links too, that's the way it is. But it's just not a follow on people on YouTube and put them on a show. Korky could do it on her show. I could do it on Garden State Gardener. Our channel's just different. That's all. We want to be different. Okay, so here we go. We got Serena's Joke It Alive. Why don't clocks and watches like to garden? They don't like getting their hands dirty.
That's a good one.
So that was good, Serena. So it's 2 hours are up. Yeah, Mike likes it. See, there's the laughing out loud. So Korky will be here on Thursday. Expect the awesome Hitters Prepper 101. Welcome in.
Hey.
Expect a real fun live. A lot of great experiences Korky's going to talk about with the Canning Festival and a whole bunch of other garden questions. She could answer any kind of question out there. So please come nice and early on Thursday. I'll probably pop on in and we'll see where I'm at. So yeah, Grow Big is just a wide range of guests. And again, if you're looking at entertainment, we're trying to get some people that are really, celebrities out there. So I think that's pretty cool to have on this channel. All right, guys. Everybody, anything else, Quirky?
I can't think of anything right now. Oh, yeah.
Serena, yes. You got that.
Bushcraft, I have like 3 things that come free out there. Got tons of it.
Is there any other questions in the chat we could answer quick? Just let us know quick. And Serena, yes. We could have various people from extension offices, master gardeners. Because that's what this channel is trying to do, is trying to get the best master gardeners in the world. Professors, master gardeners, soil, compost, all that good stuff. All right, so I don't see any other questions. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We appreciate everyone. Thank you, everybody on Twitter, for watching us during these lives. We thank you so much. Come on over to YouTube. We love to see you here. And same thing with Facebook. We're hoping to get a larger Facebook audience here. So if you have some friends that are on Facebook, try to grab them on over. Say, hey, come on for the show. And, we're trying to grow this channel. All right. Thank you, Jen. Oh, Sean Tuber.
Hey, Sean.
Sean's here. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you, and you all have a great night. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.